You surround me with a song. Good morning. Hey. Hey, Tisha. How are you today? Good morning. Good morning, Kavani. So guys, once you join the live, just invite a friend to come in and join the group this morning. Want to have another lively discussion as I do my workout with you today, all right? So invite your friends to come in. We're going to be touching some really sensitive issue this morning. Great, Tisha, make sure you keep yourself safe now, all right? So we're going to be touching some really sensitive issue this morning. And first of all, I want to say to you that this song, No Longer Slave, is from my album, My Story, My Song, A Journey of Grace. And yes, I own the rights to this song. Alright, so Facebook can't shut down my live video for playing this song because yes, I have exclusive rights also to this song, alright? Paid for. Alright guys, so even though it's not my original lyrics, in producing the album, I had to get my mechanical license for all the songs. And so yes, one of the reasons you don't see my video being shut down when I play my music for my videos is because I went the legal way and I got my mechanical license, alright? And you know, a lot of artists, that's how they started out, by singing or doing cover versions and so on. I do have some original music that I was supposed to be going off this Easter to record, but unfortunately we're on 24 hours lockdown until about the 14th of April. And really, I'm not planning to do any traveling before summer. Alright, so the recording is going to have to stay until another time. Alright, so in the meanwhile, enjoy the music. Invite your friends to come in because we're going to be working out today and we're going to be talking. Alright? Trying to get my workout video up here, guys. So while you're getting ready and while I'm getting ready, I'm going to be talking about some issues that affect women and men. And I think one of the most sensitive ones that I want to look at this morning is that of narcissism. And I'm not going to look at the narcissistic man, because typically we're always talking about men and men and men and men. I want to talk about the women, guys, who are narcissistic. And I want for you to tell me if you have ever had to deal with a woman that is narcissistic, and what were the signs that you saw that helped you to say, you know, this woman is crazy, this woman is narcissistic, or this woman is just, you know, something is wrong. Alright, so let's go. Today I'm doing cardio motion, and my workout video, of course, is courtesy of Team Body Project. If you haven't checked them out yet, please go Google Team Body Project, sign up, and you can sign up for free, definitely. And of course, you can do the fitness test, and from there you can, you know, just move into signing up for whichever program you want to. Right? I'm sitting at the 59 here. am multitasking here as I'm getting ready. Oh, you still have to go to work. Oh, sorry about that, honey. I work from home. Thank God for Zoom. We have been using Zoom to teach here in the Turks and Caicos. So yes, so sorry you have to go out for work. But I get to stay home and just enjoy being at home for the time being. Alright guys, so here goes. So I gave you enough time to put on your clothes, to get dressed and get ready for this workout session, right? It's a very short workout session today. It's low impact. It's cardio motion. I won't be using my dumbbells today, and it's really just a standing workout. All right, I'm not going down on my mat or anything. I'll just be standing and doing all the routine. So we start by warming up. All right. So let's get warm. So we're on 24 hours lockdown. 24 hours, and I tell you guys, the best way to really get your bodies in shape is to just be consistent, stay at home, and work out. Many psychologists have said that it takes 21 days to form a new habit. I mean, it has been contented, yeah. But at the end of the day, you want to be doing something or developing a new habit, just start doing it, all right? Now is the perfect time. You're at home, you're not doing anything, or contested, that's the word. I used the wrong word there, right? It has been contested, yeah? But you want to stay home, you want to be consistent, you know, find something productive to do. For me, alongside teaching my students online, teaching Amiel, because he has classes online too, right? I'm working out. And then at the end of this week, school ends for me. I get my Easter vacation. And I'll be vacationing at home for sure. So yeah. So, work out. Say hello. You've been trying to change your body for the longest while. Now is the perfect time to get your bodies in shape. Alright? 21 days to changing your bodies. Say hello. So again, as I always say, don't just watch me, join me. So get up guys, you're sitting at home, get up and get moving. Alright, so we're warming the body here. Alright, so we're doing some high knees to get the body warm. Alright, stretch those arms out. Alright, and we're coordinating with the high knees. Alright, alright. The accelerator here. Come on. You can do it. Bring the speed up on that a little bit. We're getting warm. Are you feeling warm? Invite a friend to be a part of the workout. A part of the discussion. Share your views. Let us know what you think. Alright? So as I said this morning, the workout session today is rather low impact. Alright? Hey, Mrs. Parvani. Hope you are able to join with the workout session this morning. Alright? So, in 3, alright? 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shifting over. Touch. Shifting over. Touch. So, 2, 3, 4. Shifting over. Touch. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Shifting over. So we're working on the core muscles today, guys, and the obliques. Shifting over, so that core has got to be nice and tight. As you're moving, you're working through the side glutes, you're working through the adductors and the abductors. These have got to be high. We've got 45 seconds of this. Working it through. Keep pushing now. Keep working. And we shift on that fourth step in 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds of active recovery. Wow. March it out. Hey Ryan, good morning. How are you? Alright. So we're doing a low impact today, guys. The workout session yesterday was very intense. Alright. Extra bit of focus on the core. Going at this again. On the shift. Alright.
concentrated. Push it, Jimmy. Let's work.
I need to take out my mat because I'm not going down today.
Stay focused. Stay determined. This is number 1 of 2 of 3.
2, 3, 4.
In 3. In 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Set 2 done. Third set coming up. Feeling ready?
I don't need the mat
2
today.
seconds.
Alright, so we're doing 3 reps of the same routine, alright?
In 3, 2, 1. Get those knees up. Extra effort.
3, 4. Touch.
Let's work.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Shift. Stay focused. Shift. Work it through. Go. Stay strong.
5 seconds to go.
Almost there. 4, 3, 2,
1.
1.
Alright. Wow.
Water.
Is that no. Listen, what you know about Gillard? Gillard, that guy has been around since I was a teenager. I remember
Jenny,
when he used to
coming up.
come on CBM
Number 2.
when I was a teenager. Oh my god, no. This is actually Alex
Heel taps.
and Daniel.
Got that moving.
So yeah, I think they're out of England, Australia, somewhere in Europe there.
2.
Team Body Project,
Let's go. 1,
but
2.
very effective.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
To squat,
2. 1, 2.
3, 4.
1, 2. Which muscles are we working here? We're actually working quite a lot through the adduct muscles. We're working through the glutes, working through the hamstrings. Obviously the core is always working. And the deeper that squat goes.
So I'm telling you guys, these workouts, they are very simple, but very intense and effective.
Work it as far as you can. In 3,
2,
2,
4.
1.
So remember we're doing
Breathe.
3 reps. Alright?
Good. That's a tougher one than the first one. We're really stepping up that intensity now. In 3,
2,
2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1,
2.
2. Squat.
Now we'll focus. 1, 2. Coming up. 1, 2,
3, 4. Go.
got this.
2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good work. Are you with it?
So you would have noticed, guys, I don't do the same workout every day, right? Because I'm really trying to get through building as many muscles as I can, right? So we're doing the last routine here, alright? And I'm burning. You can see simple movements, but very effective.
Push it through. 1, 2. Keep working. Beautiful form here. Beat with the squats. More intensity in this final set. I want to see work. I want to see focus. I want to see determination. This may be low impact, but it is anything but low intensity. We've got your back. We're with you. Why did you press play? Keep working. Do the workout happening right now. Push, push, push. Stay strong. Stay focused. In 3, in 2, and in 1.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Woo.
Woo.
Breathe.
Feeling the burn on that one, guys.
Get some water if you need it. Keep moving. Make sure your body doesn't stop. If you
Wow.
remember the pause button can be
Alright.
at any point.
Hey everyone, Mr. Owen. Helen, good morning to you. How are you? Hope you're able to join in with the workout.
We've got 4 moderated star jumps, and then we've got 4 reverse lunges. Now, Jenny,
So moving into moderated star jumps and
if you want to,
lunges, alright?
so that's a little bit harder if we're
So here goes.
quite happy with either version. Ready, guys? In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. I didn't ask them not to break the studio today, but they didn't listen. 2, 3, 4. Let's get back into that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully we got that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step forward a little bit there if you can. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright guys.
And these.
Whew. So remember this morning we're going to be talking about 3 things. Dating, the 90 days rule. What is that all about? What do you know about the 90 days rule? Talking about narcissistic women. Alright? Because I think we have exhausted talking about narcissistic men. I'm going to be talking a little bit about single parenting, the challenges that women face, that men face too, right? But we seem to think only women are single parents, but guess what? There are a lot of men out there who are single parents too, right? And they have been doing an awesome job taking care of their children. Some men are seasonal single parents, so maybe for work or studies, the wife or the baby mother has to go off, and they are left being single parents.
2, 1. Let's get going.
Just this week, I saw my very good friend posted a video of him combing his daughter's hair, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. A man combing his daughter's hair, right? And it goes to show, guys, that men, if given the opportunity, I believe they can be good parents too, alright? But as I say, we're always going at the men, always talking about what the men are doing, what the men are not doing, and, you know, really zooming the negative light on them instead of really highlighting the positive things that they do. Right?
Lost in the rhythm. The rhythm,
so let's start a little bit of a negative light this morning
get some more water
on the narcissistic woman or women. Alright?
As soon as Ginny's ready, keep marching it out there.
Because not only are men
Ginny,
narcissistic, but women too
1, 2,
can be narcissistic.
3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So we use the elbow.
And guys, I'm telling you, these workouts, they are simple, but they are burning, 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 burning. Alright?
2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So once you join the group, guys, just share some love. Share the video. Invite a friend to join in. You know, somebody who has been trying for years to lose weight and they have not been able to. I'm telling you, Team Body Project is a perfect program to really get your bodies in shape. Alright?
In 3, 2, 1, and march.
Perfect. Right? You want to lose that excess belly fat that you've been carrying for years after having the children, and you just can't lose it. Join me every morning, guys, for the next 3 weeks and watch your bodies change. Like in 3 weeks, it will change. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
So do I put you up? Keep it going, keep working it through. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you may have been thinking that, listen, I've been working out for years and nothing has been happening for my body. Now is the time for you to get off your BUTT, they say, and start moving. I know you're at home. I know the stress of work is not on you. The stress of having to drive for miles to get to work. I remember when I lived in Jamaica, I used to drive like for an hour to get to work, right? So I know, guys, that you are saving yourself some of that time. So the drive time, the time you take to go take the bus, to take the taxi, use that time to work out. Right?
2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm sweating so hard.
2, 3, 4, push. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, and breathe.
Wow.
8 seconds. And march. And breathe.
30 minutes, guys. Only 30 minutes out of your day. 30 minutes.
Okay, so we've got one more exercise. Keep moving, but Katie, can you quickly demonstrate? It's a burpee to high knees. So let's come down and show everybody what they've got to do. So we step
So I'm moving into a burpee to high knees here. I need my mat just to put my hands on.
Count 4, up, and then count 4.
Burpee to high knees. So guys, share, like the video, invite your friends to be a part of the discussion that we're going to be having when I'm finished with my workout.
Stepping. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Got that. And working up. 4, 3, 2, 1.
It says burpee to high knees, guys.
Now, core has got to be really tight. Come down. Working on now. Core strong. As we step back. Come down. Working through. Core tight. March. March. Coming down. Good. Work it through now. Count 4, remember. Coming down. Work. Push. Push. Stay strong. Stay focused. Stay attuned. In 3, 2,
3,
and 1.
Wow. Wow.
Breathe.
Woo.
Breathe. So this second
Feeling that burn, guys.
More into it.
I'm feeling that burn.
Feeling all right?
Telling you.
Good.
I'm feeling it.
The second one. In 3, 2, 1. Coming
Again.
down. Coming up. A little bit quicker. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. And coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Stepping. Come on, let's push. Coming down.
The sweat is running my eyes. Hold on.
Pace up, guys. Push it through now. Working down. And up. As quick as you can down. As quick as you can up. Coming down. Let's go. You should be setting your own pace now. Setting your own rhythm. Coming down. And coming up. Let's go. Drive. Core tight. Coming down. Work it through. And march. Stay strong. Stay focused. Drive. Push. 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 In 4.
1, 2, 3.
1.
Woo. One more routine to go, guys.
Ready? The last
one more.
Go through. It's going to be twice, so it's going to be 2 steps back on the burpee. You'll see what we do. In 3.
Are you serious?
2, 1. Coming down. 1, 2. Standing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. So we can see it's that little bit tougher. That core's going to be that bit stronger. This is the final furlong. So you see. Coming down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. So we keep working through
a killer. Woo.
High knee sprint. So a high knee sprint, as high as you can get the knees. 3, 2.
Finishing off with a sprint.
As fast as you can.
High knee sprint.
As you can. Push, push, push.
Oh my God.
Just 30 seconds. Drive. Drive it through. Push it through. Work it on. Come on, Jimmy. Let's go. Let's work. Let's push. Let's work. Stay focused. Stay strong. Stay determined. You've got this. You've got this. Keep working now. We're almost there. It's 30 seconds.
Almost there, guys.
30 seconds of determination. But it
6,
finishes with
5, 4,
results in
3, 2,
3, 2, 1.
Wow, man, guys, that's only
You know, that is
20 minutes of workout. 20 minutes
You're going to get
of
real
workout. Only 20 minutes.
the improvements
And look at the burn.
to our bodies.
Look
to
at
everything.
the burn. I tell you, Team Body Project, best on the market right now.
Those feet out there, breathing nice and deep. Some water if needed. You're going to move into the cool down.
Let's cool down.
Stretch. Start there.
Let's cool down. Let's cool down here. I'm telling you guys, this was a really intense workout. Yes. Stretching through.
To be honest with you, these stretches are unbelievable. We want you to make sure your body is functioning correctly. 3, 2, 1. Coming into a quad stretch.
Moving into a quad stretch now. Wow. I'm telling you, 20 minutes, and that was so intense, guys. Only 20 minutes.
3, 2, 1. Just step with one foot back. We're stretching through the calf. Make sure the hips are squared.
Stretch.
Back. Stretch. Nice. Stretch. Those muscles up.
This is no ordinary burn. Talk about no ordinary love. This was no ordinary burn today, guys. This was intense. Stretching through the chest.
Just bring the legs a little wider. Here. Take a deep breath in.
Deep breath.
Open out. Coming down. Feel that groin. Abductors and adductors. Release. Work hard today. Draw in. Open. Then to the top. Hands up there.
Gonna fall over now.
Hang down there for as long as you like. We're done here today. Great job, guys. Thanks for coming.
Wow.
Thank you for coming.
Whew. Man, this was, guys, another intense workout. I am burning. Let me grab a towel here quickly. This, I tell you guys, was an intense workout session today with Team Body Project. Another intense workout. You have a low stamina, Tamara. Achoo, you think so? All of this burn and I have a low stamina? No, sir, this is a high stamina. Whole heap of stamina going on here. All right? Woo! You see that burn, guys. You see the burn. So I'm not just playing around when it comes onto my workout. I am burning. All right? I am burning. I am putting in a lot of energy into getting these workouts done. And not only am I putting in the energy, but these workouts are very, very, very effective, right? They have proven to be. You know what? I'm going to put a picture of me on my status today. I've been telling you guys that from the other day, that I was going to share a picture with you of when I was probably about 200 pounds. All right? I'm not very light now, right? Because as I said, we come from a big bone family. Yeah? So people like me, I just need to look at the food to put on the weight. I just need to smell the food and I start getting fat. Good. But you know what? It pays to work out and to just be active. Be active. You know, I have it locked. Okay. Mr. Rodney, good morning to you. I'm just checking out those who joined me this morning. Ryan, okay. Hey, Pastor Nick, Eric, Simo, how is Finland? So I have my friend from all the way in Finland checking out my video here. A few years ago, we met them in Jamaica, all right? And we have still maintained connection here on Facebook. Sonia, how is Portland, girl? Davon, Kerry and Murray, not sure who that is, all right? Hey, Mr. Stubbs, good morning, good morning. Andre, how are you? All right, guys, Edric. So let's talk a little bit now, all right? So invite your friends to come in. I want to talk about the 90 days rule. Now, some time ago, I read a book by the great Steve Harvey, right? And he proposed in that book 90 days, the 90 days rule. Now, what is this 90 days rule? This 90 days rule is saying to women that when you meet a man, wait 90 days before you get into any sexual relationship with him, right? 90 days. What happens in that 90 days? You guys are going to go out, you're going to date, have dinner, go watch a movie, really just get to know each other, right? Some people have other views, and they believe that even if you wait 90 days, if a man is just in the relationship for sex, he's just going to come, wait the 90 days, take the sex, and go. What do you say? What are your views on that? Do you think a woman should wait 90 days? Or do you think it doesn't matter how long? So if it is 1 day after meeting him, 1 week, 2 weeks, it doesn't make much of a difference. What do you think? Come on, guys, let's hear what you think. Where's my friend Marvin? I need to wake him up. Where's Charm? So let me see what they're saying now. So do you think the 90 days rule still counts, or is it that it doesn't matter? What do you think? 90 days. Should you wait 90 days, or should you wait a year? Should you wait until you're married? What? Some time ago, I remember I passed the study to find out, what was the rate of premarital sex in the church. And funny enough, it was very high. Very, very high. Where a number of people, before they got married, in Jamaica, they say, don't buy no pussy, no bag, right? So they're like, I have to see what's in the bag. I have to try it before, or they're not. What's another saying? I think there's another saying. I don't remember what it is, but I know about the pussy in the bag, not buying the pussy in the bag, right? But I find some that this statement to be valid, guys, because really, you need to get to know a person before you get into them, right? And if a man, especially for women, I'm talking to the women now, You need to get to know the man before. I was watching something this morning where this girl, she met a guy, and the guy told her that he was a doctor, right? And this guy was going out to work as a doctor until one day she got the news that this guy was arrested at the hospital because he was just posing. He was a fake doctor, and he was actually going into the hospital. And this is not no makeup story now, guys. I'm sorry. It's real. She was married to the guy within 4 months after meeting him. He told a story about his children dying in an accident. He even had the death certificates to show the woman, right? To just show you guys that men, they will come and tell lies, or ladies, they will tell the lies, and they will appear to be true, you know. They will appear to be true, but I can tell you this, that there are some men out there who are pathological liars. According to KD Knight, they are pathologically mendacious. Pathologically mendacious, and they will lie through their teeth. And when they tell the lies, if you don't know that they are lying, you will actually believe them. Good morning, Christopher. All right, joining with the live here, right? You will actually believe them, right? They will tell you lies about their parents dying. I see a girl on Steve Harvey show talking about guys that she met, and they would say, oh, my mother died, and they would go on Google, take down a picture of a casket or of a dead woman and show it to her to say that this is my mother, right? And they will just blatantly lie. You understand what I'm saying? So it is important, ladies, for you to get to know them before you run into them. And usually they come sweet as honey. Sweeter than honey, can't find. Mouth is sweet. And of course, they tend to be handsome. And I want to know, and I said this morning I was going to do a little bit of research into it. Why is it that men tell lies? Why? I mean, what do they get out of it? Why do they have to lie? Right? And I said, you know, it's something I'm going to do a research into, because I believe that it is something that probably would have started in childhood. You see, just like how women are abused and they become nymphomaniacs, right? They were abused during childhood and they become nymphs, or they become narcissistic too. They become maybe withdrawn, right? Or some women, because they were abused, they turn into lesbians or transgender, you know, that sort of thing, right? The same thing happens to men too. When they are abused, they end up a certain way. Either they become pathological liars, they become homosexuals, they just don't do normal things, right? And so I find that men tell lies, and as I said, it begins in childhood, right? And they don't seek to get help, and I don't know why. And I can tell you this, I remember one time there was this guy who said that he was studying, and this guy was packing up every day, leaving his wife to go to school to say that he was studying, right? And only to find out never go like that. He was not studying a thing, because how can you be studying? Say you're doing masters, you come home, you don't have no homework for do, you're not writing any papers. Listen, when I did my masters, the amount of papers that I had to write, the amount of research that I had to do, guys, I had to do so much writing. I couldn't even find time to take care of myself or my child properly, right? Because there was always so much to do. But yet still doing a master's and you don't have assignments to do, until lo and behold, he was caught red-handed. This guy saying he's working in a bank, dress up every day, gone to the bank, right? And only one day to find out, the lady went to the bank to find out this man was not working in no bank. So when she asked for the name of the person, they were like, we don't know nobody who works here. So like the person named John Smith, right? And she was like, you sure John Smith doesn't work here? And they were like, no, there's no. What about John Smith? You have a John Smith who works here? No. What about Jonathan Smith? You have a Jonathan Smith? No, we have no such person working here. Only to find out that this dude was lying, right? So I want to ask you guys, right? Why men tell lies? And as I said, for me, I believe it starts from childhood. Something happened in their childhood, right? For me, is a number of things could cause it. So one, it could be that they had an abusive parent, whether it was a mother or a father that was abusing them, right? It could be that the mother was probably too strict, right? So it's like because they didn't want the mother to disapprove of them, they would lie about different things. But why do you think men lie? Why you think men lie? Ladies, I'm sure all of you have experience man tell me lie. Me experience that straight up. Me not hide and talk, right? Lie, right? And they'll stare you in the eye when the truth is right there, right? And they're telling you the lies anyway, right? So why you think they lie? I mean, what is it they're trying to protect, right? When they just blatantly lie about a situation. For me, it doesn't matter. I respect a man and I will love a man if he comes straight up and tell me, listen, this is the situation, this is what is happening. But the moment I find out that you're lying, oh God, man, I detest you, literally detest you. I have nothing to do with you, absolutely nothing to do with you. So why do they lie, right? As I said, different things cause them to lie. Could be that they had an abusive parent. Could be that they didn't have a father figure growing up. And it brings me, guys, to my next point of discussion, that of being a single parent and the challenges that women and men face being single parents. Now, I'm sure some of you may have been single parents. Some of you may have grown up in single parent households. Some of you may, by default, end up being a single parent, right? I didn't grow up in a single parent household. And funny enough, my father was actually more present than my mother growing up, right? It sounds strange, but yes, my father was more present than my mother, because my mother, she was going out to the market and she would leave like from, I'll soon get to that. Let me say, she would leave like from Wednesday and she wouldn't come back till Saturday night. Let's see what Roddy said. I know of a girl that went to UTech for her first degree, but she was going to campus and that's it. Listen, so you see, Rodney, I'm happy that you made that point, because guess what? We seem to think that it's only the men who tell lies, but you have women who are pathological liars too. There are women who will come with stories and they will make you believe it to be true. Can I tell you a story? When I was growing up, I remember there was this girl who lived in the country with me. And Rodney would be walking to Birds Hill Primary School. That time we used to go to Birds Hill Primary School, right? And this girl, she had a little bit more than we did. So she had sharpeners. We never have sharpener. We used to use knife for sharpening with pencil, right? She used to have a full book. We never have full book because mom had so many children. A half a book we used to use. So the exercise book did have to cut in a two, right? She had rubber. We never have no such thing, right? So we never have like what she had. So this girl used to tell me, say she have a tree in our yard, right? She had a tree up our place, This girl lived up in the hills. And the tree used to bear rubber, pencil. So we never have full pencil. Half a pencil we used to have to. Used to be a rubber pencil. And she would get the rubber from off the tree, and she would get the pencil from off the tree, and all of those things. And we were crazy enough to believe that was true, right? Now, what I learned is that children will lie because they are trying to tell a story and it's their imagination. But when that imagination goes over into adulthood, then that certainly is a problem. That is some serious problem going on right there. And yes, Rodney, it's not only men who will tell lie. Women tell lies. It's a human thing, right? And for me, what are you really trying to protect? Because I think you are more at risk of losing what you're trying to protect when you lie than if you tell the truth. So if you're in a relationship with a woman and you're lying to her, or with a man and you're lying to the man, when the man finds out, ladies, that you're lying, they are gonna leave, right? It's easier for them to leave than to stay if they know the truth, right? If you lie to get a job, you're gonna lose the work at the end of the day, right? I've heard about people presenting fake degrees and so on. I hear some people talking about them a doctor this and doctor that, and I'm like, where did you study to get that doctorate degree, right? I mean, what did you do, right? You don't hear them talking about them writing a thesis or them doing a dissertation and all of them look at something there. I wonder, I want to do for get doctorate title, right? And they present fake. Some people go online, right? And get fake degrees and those are the things and present them as being true, right? Some people go to some universities that are not even accredited and presenting degrees and so on. And that's why I may stick to UWI, right? Up in the top 5 university in the world, right? Because it is accredited and everybody know about UWI. So at the end of the day, I mean, people do different things and people lie about different things. So it's not just merely men who will tell lies, but women tell lies too for no reason at all. Them tell lie. Them know so them and the man involved and yet still them a tell lie. And that is why it goes back to this whole domestic violence thing. And I'm going to touch a domestic violence story tomorrow, not getting into it. Why a lot of women, even in Jamaica, got murdered, right? By their spouses because they were lying. They told lies about not being involved with a man. The man caught up on them, and you know the whole what you call it now, love, anger, or whatever they call it. It really just came into play in the moment because I'm telling you, bun is not a nice thing. Bun not nice, right? If any of you ever get bun yet, bun and a nice something, right? So nobody no like get bun, right? Even though some people love forget, but it's not a nice feeling. All right, not everyone will leave the relationship. People do not believe the lie because they have been living it so long. Yeah, some people will believe the lie for real because they have been in it so long. But you know, you don't want to be believing lies. So we talk about the dating rule, the 90 days, right? So Rodney, not sure if you were in on the conversation at that time. We're talking about the 90 days and the importance of a woman waiting. And that's why we got into the whole men lying story. And men can come and just tell you a story within 2 days and you actually believe what they say. Hey Damien, welcome. Hi Herbert. And you actually believe if you don't take the time out to get to know them. So it is important, ladies and men, to get to know your spouse before you get involved in sexual relationship. And so I am supporting that 90 days rule. Now mark you could be dating a man for a year, never sleep with him, but yet still him telling you lies and him stringing you along. But those 90 days is not for telephone conversations. Can I tell you? They are not for telephone conversations because you can't get to know a person over telephone. No care how them talk nice, I don't care how much stories them give you. You cannot get to know a person over the telephone because I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, that these men, they will give you the stories over the phone. But you get into their lives and you see something different. They'll tell you that they're single when they very much have them wives or them girlfriend. The woman will tell you that she's single when she very much has her husband or her boyfriend, very much, so women do lie too, right? And you being on the telephone with them, so they'll call you at the appropriate time. So they'll call you when the husband or the boyfriend is gone to work. They will call you when the wife or the girlfriend is gone to work. And they will have the conversations with you. They will tell you the things that you want to hear, and you will believe them. Because when you hear the talk over the telephone, Rodney, I still get to you because I want you to support the point and tell me why you think the 90 days rule is foolishness, right? And ladies, and people will just give you the story and you actually believe them. So Ricky said it's an interesting topic. Welcome, Pastor Karen. 90-day rule or a time frame is foolishness, in my opinion. Kemoy says it's facts. Rodney says women give a bigger and better story over the, but men give big stories too. They will give the big stories. So listen, we have to take the time out to really get to know, right? And I'm not sending anybody to be an FBI agent, no, right? And I'm not saying to you that, listen, you should go dig up and get an inspector or some security company to do some background check. But you can know who people are from the very first conversation that you have with them, right? You meet a man today and he's very clingy, or you meet a girl and she's very clingy. I mean, that's a sign that something maybe is happening there too. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not to say, well, hey, you mustn't want to talk with the person, but you usually see the signs. So let me tell you a little bit about my personal business now, right? So I shared with you all yesterday that, yes, I was married. I'm divorced now, been divorced for a couple of years, right? When I was getting married, right, I remember I took a trip to the States. Good? And that was my first trip to the States. Just get my visa, right? 2009, just get my visa. And the wedding was supposed to be in August, right? And I'm in no way, guys, trying to talk down on my ex-partner. You understand? Because he's the father of my child, right? And at the end of the day, what I put out here is record, right? And maybe 10 years from now, my son will find this video and he will watch it and he will probably hear. So I'm not going to talk dirt now, right? But I'm just going to tell you of an experience, and it should have been a red flag for me, should have been an eye-opener to say, okay, step back for a little bit, right? And I'm just saying to you, you see the signs, but in most instances, we see the signs, but because we are so caught up in the moment of being in love, we don't step back and really do some reflection, do some introspection, do a little bit more examination and evaluation. We go ahead, right? Because we are presumably blindly in love, right? So as I said to you, I got my visa. I was going to the States for the first time, going to see my sister I haven't seen in a couple of years. I have some friends from high school and all of that I wanted to connect with, people from country, you know how Jamaican people stay. Once you come a foreign for the first time, everybody wants to see you. Everybody want to touch base with you. People, see from your high school days. And I think Facebook at that time was just coming, into play, right? And everybody there on Facebook, everybody make the connection. You make a call. Guess what? Me get my visa. So I come a foreign, I come America in July. And, everybody was just excited about the fact that, one Jamaican come a foreign. I'm sorry. So we go foreign, right? Wedding plan, invitation sent out long time. You understand what I said? Date set, everything happened, right? And everything ready for wedding in August. Guys, I went to the States, hook up with some friends, took a trip over to Boston, and man, this guy was outraged. He was mad. I tell you, so this guy is in Jamaica, and I'm in the States, and this guy, if he probably could have ripped me apart in the phone, through the phone, he would have done it. he would have done it. And for me, that should have been a sign to say, you shouldn't want to be with somebody who will deal with you like this because you hook up with a few friends. I mean, I don't know who in their right minds, well, certainly not me. I'm not going to be engaged to somebody to be getting married and going to sleep with another person. I'm crazy, but I'm not even that crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, that should have been a sign, guys, right? And then, some other little things happen, and I really didn't pay any attention to it. I just, pass over it, right? And, we could say that's a sign of narcissism too, right? Why was he acting like that? Good. And women behave that way too. And I don't think only men, because it could have been that my spouse or my fiance at the time would have gone to see some friends, and I am at X point, and instead of saying, okay honey, have fun, right, enjoy and tell me how it goes later, I would be blowing off steam, getting upset, getting mad. And that's a sign of narcissism. You understand what I'm saying? Are you telling me that you are the only one that the person is supposed to be with? Absolutely not. And that is what narcissistic people do. When they get you to be with them, they lock you down and they tie you down. You can't go out with your friends no more. You can't hang out with your family, right? They speak bad about everybody. So the only people them who good is them alone. Right? So at the end of the day, they don't care about nobody else but themselves. So they think everybody is bad. Yo, that friend that you have, she don't mean you're not good. She lie and she's this. She's cheating on her husband and she wants you to come and cheat on me too. So don't talk to that friend no more. Right? And they try to have you disconnect from your family and from the world. That's how narcissistic people behave. And that's how women who are narcissistic behave too, right? So again, we're focusing on the men, but I'm saying to you guys, it is not only the men who are narcissistic, women are narcissistic too. So let's see some of the comments that we have here now. So Rodney say, on and off the phone no make a difference. I think it makes some difference, Rodney, because if I'm going to be getting to know you, right, unless we probably live in a different country, I don't want to just be talking on the phone with you. I want to be able to see you. I want to be able to go out with you. Can I tell you something? The best way to know somebody is to see how they eat. That's the best way to get to know somebody. Watch them eat. How do they sit at the table? How do they eat? You understand what I'm saying? Because that can show you a lot of things. Is this person just putting on a facade? Is this person just pretending, right, to be who they are? Is this person down to earth? So watch how they eat, how they handle the food, right? And also how they deal with people when they go out. So you really want to get to know somebody, go out with them. Go to dinner. Look at how they treat the waiter, the person that is serving them. Look at how they treat the bus boy or whatever it is. Look at how they treat the conductor if you're taking the bus. Look at how they drive when they're on the road. Are they always cursing other drivers on the road? What do they do? These are simple ways for you to get to know an individual, and at the end of the day, you are able to make a decision as to whether or not you want to be with this person. Because if they could talk to the waiter like that, how you think they're going to talk to you when they get upset with you? You think they're going to talk to you any better? Absolutely not. They're not going to talk to you any better. So look at how they are when they have to deal with other people. If a man or woman is clinging, what's your thoughts on that person? Listen to me. People can be clingy, but not too clingy. I need some space. I need space. So give me space. I need space to breathe. I need space to do me, right? And I always tell people that I am an introvert. Funny enough, you may see me come out here and you maybe do things online and do, my videos, and I have this kind of talk. But I'm an introvert. I like to have my personal space. I like to have my personal time, right? So yes, I will want to talk. I will want to communicate and so on. But I want to spend a little bit of time by myself, right? I want to be able to be with me. Good. I want to be able to do the things that I enjoy. So if it gets too clingy, then for me it becomes a little bit too pathetic and I can't deal with it. All right. Now, if a man or a woman is okay, so we see the signs, but love is blind. I stopped using that word. It's crazy. So, Kemoy, if you were listening to my video yesterday morning, watching my live yesterday morning, and hi, Miss Tommy, I see you here. Hey, Calvardo, welcome. You would have heard me said that for me at this stage in my life, I am 100% for respect more than love. Anybody who comes to me telling me that I love you, but you're showing no respect, that's a no-no for me, right? So if you never experienced blind love before, too bad for you. Because when you get old, it's really hard to experience it. Because after you've had certain experiences and having dealt with certain things, you realize that accordingly, they say love is blind, but it's really not love. It's infatuation, right? So love is not blind. Love sees, and love, the eyes of love, they are open, and you will see what is happening, right? So it's infatuation that is blind. A lot of us will tend to become infatuated, and different things cause these things, you know. Again, guys, especially for a woman, lack of love growing up, and especially if you didn't get any love from your father, you didn't get any love from any, positive male figures, it makes it really difficult. And as black people, black women, a lot of us, we suffer from that, right? So even though the father may have been present in the home, they didn't show much love, right? So I said to you earlier that my mother, she wasn't present, right? My father was more there, right? But I got more love from mom. She was the one who gave us the affection. So even though she was not physically there, when she was there, she gave a lot of love. She'd give the hugs and she'd give the kisses and so on, right? But daddy, I don't remember me ever hug my father. I can't recall if I ever hugged my daddy yet, right? So those things actually make a difference in a child's life. The love that they get from a parent, whether it's from the father, whether it's from the mother, yes, it actually makes a difference. All right. So guys, time running out now. So dropping into single parenting now. Single parenting, to be a parent, it's a blessing. It is indeed a blessing. But can I tell you that when you have to raise a child on your own, oh Jesus, I'm not going to say it's a curse, but it can be quite tedious. It can be challenging, right? And a lot of women, unfortunately, have been left with the task or the responsibility of raising a child on their own. And I just want to say to the single mothers that, hey, I know it can be daunting at times. I know it can be difficult. It can be challenging. But don't give up. I'm going to tell you some of the things that I do as a single mother. And I don't always get it right, but I try my best. So most importantly for me, guys, I believe single parents, you have to give your child love. You have to let that child know that you will be there. Because you know what? They see you as the only source of stability in their lives, right? And you have to create some amount of stability. You have to create security for the child. And how do you do that? You do that through giving the child love, right? Now, some people think that, well, okay, yes, I hug the child. I give the child everything. I provide a home, I provide food, I provide shelter, I provide everything. But you know what I find, guys, to be the best way to show love to your child is through your time. That's the best way. Time, giving them time, spending quality time with the child, doing things that makes the child happy. And this helps in their personality development too, right? I was yesterday going through some videos and I came across a video of Amiel telling a story about Jonah. I probably will upload it, but he was, I think maybe about 5 or so at the time when he was sharing that story. About 3 years ago it was, yeah. And I was amazed to know that I can go back into my archives and I can look at these things because, you know, I spent the time listening to him, right? And he was just there talking and expressing himself and just really being himself. So the best thing you can do, single parents, is give your child love, right? And through giving of your time, that's the best thing that you can do. Now, one of the things that I have done over the years with my son, because he and I have been together since he was 1 year old. I think his daddy left when he was maybe one, yeah, after his first birthday, right? And I have encouraged my son to write. I love to write, right? And my son, and I have a collection of his love letters to me. And you know what? I give him love letters too. I give him love notes, right? I let him know that, Amiel, I love you, right? I appreciate you, you know, the whole works, blah, blah, blah. So yes, so there's a song, I think Donald, I don't remember his name, about there's a king in you, right? There is a king in you. So I would play it for him sometimes in the mornings when we're going to work in the car. And I would tell him, Amiel, there is a king in you. And yesterday morning, when we were having devotions, he prayed and he said, Lord, build a kingdom in me. I'm like, huh? And then he said, Lord, there is a king in me. I know, God, that there's a king in me. You have to build your child's self-esteem, right? That's another thing single parents you have to do. Because I tell you what, guys, a lot of the problems that we experience in society, crime, violence, and all of them things there, men who become pathological liars, it's because they really didn't get the love that they should have gotten when they were young, right? Their self-esteem was not boosted and built, right? And for them, they have to tell lies, they have to do things to show that they are so and so, right? So when I heard him say that yesterday morning, it really inspired hope in my heart, because I'm saying, wow, if that song, just telling him that, Amiel, playing the song for him a couple times and saying, Amiel, there is a king in you, had such a, you know, it formed an impression on his mind, because days, weeks later, he is praying and he's saying, Lord, I know that there is a king in me. So we have to, you know, build their self-esteem. And especially if you are a single parent with a boy child, it is so important for you to teach that child, that boy, how to love. So that when he grows up, he will know how to love, right? A lot of these men, they become abusive and they will do things that are bad because they don't know how to love. A lot of women, you know, they become, what you call it now? I'm looking for the word. The word is not dropping in my mind right now. Promiscuous, that's the word I was looking for, because of lack of love, right? So you have to show the children, single parents, you have to show them love. You have to build their self-esteem. Again, it can be very challenging, parents, single parents, when it's you alone and you have to do everything in the house. Guess what? From a very early age, you have to teach those children how to do things. You have to teach them how to do things around the house, because I can tell you this much, it becomes frustrating when you are there alone and when you have to do everything on your own. So yes, I remember when Amiel was at home with me and he would be wearing his briefs. I would take him out of the diaper when he was at home because I wanted him to learn, you know, how to use the bathroom, you know, potty training and so on. And from a very young age, and I'm telling you, he stopped wearing diapers from he was about 18 months. Before he was 2 years old, he stopped wearing diapers. And he would pee on the floor. You know what I would do? I would give him the mop. I would spray the bleach, a little bit of bleach water or whatever it was. And I would give him the mop. And I said, come baby, and he would learn how to wipe from there. And that's when he was 1+. Of course, he wouldn't do it properly, but he learned the principle that clean up after yourself. He learned that principle, right? Of course, he's not the best. He's not the cleanest. Which child is gonna be clean? Even now, he mess up his room. But I remind him, Amiel, pick up your things from off the floor, right? Push your drawers in. Go put your dirty clothes in the laundry basket. Those simple things will help to lighten your burdens. Single parents, single mothers, single fathers, whatever it is, that will help to lighten your burden, right? So for me, again, I said, teach them to do things from early. So don't do everything on your own. You can't manage everything. You have to teach them to be independent and responsible, right? So even though I didn't grow up in a single parent home, I learned how to do things when I was early. My mother would put us over the bath pan with our little underwears, and we had to wash them, right? We would go to the river, and she would put us beside her with our bath pans or our little basins, and we would do our own washing even from then. Hang the clothes out on the line, right? So if I have to hang clothes on the line, right? So we don't always use the dryer. Amiel is there with me, hanging clothes on the line, even if it is to just hand me the clothespins. He is there, right? To fold, if we have clothes to pack away, I would probably do the folding. He would do a bit of folding too. And I would say, okay, come, take these, put them in your drawers, right? So we have to teach them, parents, to be responsible. We have to teach them to be independent, right? So it lightens the burden, and it helps you as parents to have a little time by yourself. Another thing to our single parents, you need time by yourself. You need a break sometimes. Don't think you can do it all. No, you cannot. Try as hard as you may, you cannot. So you have to have a support group, right? So for me, my support group has been church, right? So when I was living in Portland, my support group with Amiel, I was a single parent living in Portland, was church. My church folks, they were my support group. My work colleagues too, they were my support group. Since I came here, even though it's a small community, for me, work or colleagues have not really been so much of a support group in terms of say, okay, if I have to make a run, I would ask somebody from work. No, it's really church. So I have a family from church where if I have to do something, if let's say I want to go hang out on a Saturday night, have dinner, do something by myself, then I would ask them to keep Amiel for me, right? And of course, he's well taken care of. I remember when my niece Camille was here, she would take Amiel maybe for the Saturday night when I was studying, if I had an assignment to submit, that sort of thing. So you have to have a support group. Don't think that you can do it by yourself, single parent. Somebody has to be there. And especially for me, I live in a country where I don't have no family, right? I don't have no relatives here. So I have to have a support group, right? You may find a neighbor who is very supportive, but guess what? You have to be careful, because you don't want to leave your child with any and everybody. You understand? Because guess what? That's where abuse starts for a lot of children. When you go and leave them with a neighbor, or you leave them with family members, or you leave them with friends. So you have to be careful in the same breath as to who you're leaving your child with. You don't want to leave your child with everybody. So you have to know the people, and you have to talk to your child. And guess what? Your child will tell you, So you have to have an open relationship with your child. And this child will tell you when something goes bad or when something goes wrong. So listen, have a support group. Teach a child to be independent. And you have to ensure, again, that you talk with the child. Now, on the note of maintaining a relationship with the absent parent, that again is going to be important, right? So, my son's father, he's present sometimes he's not present. Good? But for me, it's important for him to have a relationship with him. Good? I mean, we've had, ups and downs, quarrels and whatever. And you all know the whole drama of parents being separated, you're going through divorce, and, a lot of drama comes with that. Good? You may not put everything out there, but really in the background, you've had to deal with whole heap of drama, whole heap of bad experiences and all of that. Good? We're past that. And so I want to say to you guys, even if the person is not even giving the financial support, not giving the moral support, it is important that you still encourage a relationship between the child and the missing parent. Because you know what, especially if the child is aware of that parent, there's always going to be a vacuum in the child's heart. And the child is going to have a desire to want to talk with, to want to be with. So even if the person is not living in the country, try to create an avenue where they can communicate, whether it's on Facebook, video chat, telephone conversation, WhatsApp, and so on. Make sure that your child, build a relationship with the missing parent. Whatever way you can, make sure that it happens. Build that relationship with the missing parent. And don't try to let your bad relationship overshadow the relationship of the child with the missing parent. So you may have had a bad relationship with the parent or your spouse. Forget about that. Let it go and try to build. Let them, right? Don't think about, what they did to you, how the relationship went bad and how it went sour and it just didn't work out and how wicked the man is. Listen, we women, we can be our worst enemies. I can tell you that much, right? And we will do the bad mouth thing and we will do the bad talks and so on. And especially if you're not over the hurt, guys, it can really be a barrier between your child building a relationship with the other parent or the absent parent, right? But I want to encourage you to really just try to find some way to heal, to recover, to get over the hurt, to let it go so that the child can have a relationship with the missing father, with the missing mother. It's not going to be easy, that much I can tell you, because I've been there, I've done that. And, as my cousin said to me yesterday, Tamara, you may say that you're over it, but you still have to deal with it, right? You have a child. So it's not going to be something that you're just going to be brushed over and done, right? But the reality is you really have to just move past the bad and see the good, and see the importance of the child having a relationship with the daddy, having a relationship with the mother. So a lot of men, they will say, oh, she cheated on me, right? I can't trust that woman there, she wicked and she that and she all sorts of something. I don't want me youth to have nothing to do with her. You can't say that. The fact of the matter is, you can't change a parent. You cannot change a parent. And so you have to make sure that a relationship, a connection is fair. Let it not be said that you withheld the child. Let it say, I did everything that I can for him or her to have a relationship with his mother or her father, and they just didn't do it, right? I remember a friend of mine, he had a daughter and the mother went to the States on some farm work or something like that, or in work programs. And, up to this day, the mother has not been back to Jamaica. And he had to raise that child on his own. So it's not only women who are single parents now, guys, right? And, when I asked him, is she in touch? And he was like, sometimes. Does she give support? When she feels like. So women don't give support too. Men don't give support, right? But don't stand in the way of the child having a relationship with that missing parent. So guys, I've touched 3 topics with you this morning. I've looked at dating, the 90 days rule. My friend Rodney said that he doesn't believe it, it's foolishness. I, for one, I'm supporting it. I think you should spend some time getting to know an individual before you run into them or become emotionally attached. And usually you become emotionally attached through having sex, right? So don't rush into becoming emotionally attached before getting to know. Spend some quality time getting to know that person. We touched on the topic of women being narcissistic, and yes, women are narcissistic very much. like men, right? And they will display the same characteristics as men will do. So women, they will not want the women who are narcissistic, or the men, vice versa. They'll, not want you to talk with your family. They'll not want you to talk with other friends. They will cut you off from the world. They will be abusive also, right? And they'll do different things to make you really feel uncomfortable in the relationship, right? So look out for the signs, guys, when you're dating these individuals. Look out for the red flags before you get too attached, right? Before you tie yourselves to them through marriage or committed relationship, having a child for them, that sort of thing. Be careful of that. And then we talk about single parenting, the importance of teaching the child to be independent, having an open relationship, communication with your child, so that the child will be open with you, having a support system, and of course trying to maintain a relationship, a positive relationship between the child and the absent parent. So yeah, it's been another morning where we work out and we talk. Remember to share, like the video, invite a friend to be a part of the discussion. Tomorrow morning it's going to be another session again, where we're going to be talking about another issue that is affecting us in general, whether it's related to relationship or it's just you as an individual and what you can do to make yourself a better person. And so, we're not just merely here to talk, but we're here to help you, to help me become a better person. It's all about improving the quality of our lives, living better lives, and really making the best of this lockdown time that we have as a result of the COVID-19 coronavirus. So with that being said, guys, thank you again for joining me. Take care. I had a good talk with you this morning, just cooling down, bringing my heart rate down after that intense workout. And I will definitely be joining you again tomorrow morning, somewhere about 7 o'clock, because I'm not getting up out of my bed at 5 o'clock to do no workout, right? I am just enjoying being at home, working from home. I think this is the best thing that could probably happen to somebody like me who really needed the rest and really needed some time to rejuvenate. So don't just use this time to lay around, eat and get fat. Use it to work out. And of course, join me for the discussions in the morning. So take care. Much love. One love. Love you know. Walk good. Keep safe. Peace. I am out. And just before I go, let me just say good morning to some people who joined in late. Stanley, Melissa, Herbert, thank you, Tasha Gay Lewis, Lady Eyes, and my great teacher, Miss Maxine Anderson, my teacher from high school. Can I tell you guys, she inspired me to become a home economics teacher. Love your teacher, Georgia and Simia. Me gone. You come a little bit when it's late. So go back, replay, watch the video, and share your viewpoint on the discussion, and we will talk tomorrow. All right, have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care.